Good morning, good morning. Welcome to our Talks with Anthony. Today we're going to have a insightful conversation. For those that are new to the channel, we make mental health conversation content that's going to be beneficial to your personal development. However, in today's conversation, we're going to be talking about you don't owe access to everyone, right? So I really want to take into consideration because just because someone knows you or has a history with you, right, this doesn't mean that you're entitled to giving yourself away to this individual. They don't have to have access to you, right? So access is for you. It's not for everybody that has that entitlement and thinks that they can have you or be around you when they want to be around you, right? So I really want you to take in consideration for yourself, right? For your well-being, right? You know what I mean? We have to be being more intuitive. We have to be more self-aware, right? We have to also to be making proper decisions for ourselves, right? Why are we hanging around people that ain't really doing nothing for us? You feel me? Why are we hanging around people that is just keeping us down? Why are we hanging around people that is just we're ruminating negative thoughts, killing our self-esteem? I mean, what's really going on right now, right? So I really want to take that in consideration because many people feel obligated to stay, right, available out of guilt, history, or the expectations when it comes to these relationships, when it comes to these people, right? It can feel rude, it can feel wrong, or you could feel limited in contact or creating that distance with these people, right? But when it comes to consistent access, often leads to feeling drained or overwhelmed, or even, like I said, resentful, right? So we have to be in consideration when we're doing stuff that is different from our normal routine. It's going to be feeling uncomfortable. We have to get comfortable in our ways. You got to get comfortable in your skin. You got to get comfortable standing on your 10 toes and really, breathing, you feel me? And exuding your energy, and exuding your aura, exuding who you are, right? Everybody's different, but you got to be able to find special gifts and qualities that you got going on instead of, giving access and giving your energy out to all these different people. I really want us to take consideration about our personal development and really understand that we have to improve our ways. And if we're limiting our potential and our growth, hanging around people that ain't got the best interest for us, right? What's really going on here, right? And only you can control and make the decisions for your life. No one can force you, right? So let's talk about some psychoeducation, right? So access is different from care, right? So you don't care about someone without being consistently available, right? So clearly if you're hanging around this individual, you care, you're jacking its energy, right? But like I said, let's really assess what's really going on here, right? We need to be assessing our time. We need to be having limitations. We need to be having boundaries, right? I need to get some work done. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you next week, whatever the situation is, right? You need to be more assertive with your time, with your life, right? The nervous system needs space to feel safe and feel regulated. Overexposure to people who disregard your limits can increase that stress and that emotional fatigue, right? That's what I'm saying. Boundaries. If someone's not respecting your boundaries, it's only going to lead you to a more stressor state or a worse state of mind, right? So I really don't want you to be taught from the floor, but I don't want you to feel fatigued emotionally because you're having that stress, right? So I need you guys to be able to have an understanding where you guys need to be able to set the boundaries and understand that you don't need to be having people all up in your face, right? I want you also to take in consideration, think about this, right? Imagine all these other people, right? It's good to have people that love you, that's behind you, that's supporting you, don't get it twisted, right? But imagine a little bit more solitude. Imagine a quiet mind. Imagine a silent, calm environment where you're able to just have peace of mind, right? No distractions. What would life be like for you, right? For the fellas out there that like cars, imagine, you know what's up on the highway when you're cutting through on the highway, right? And you by yourself, you're in your own little environment, little igloo type of thing, right? You peace, you could think clearly, right? Bubble music, different story, but in a real way, you're able to really have peace of mind. So imagine that, you're able to get things done and be more effective, think rationally, right? Think clear, right? Have more self-awareness of how you feel, what's going on with your mood, why am I, like what's really going on, right? You're able to think better, right? So I really want you to take that into consideration because sometimes when we have people around us, we're not gonna be able to think that clear because the vibration is different, right? Distractions, this, people talking about that, people talking about this. There's so many things going on around. People got their baggage, they talking about that, they putting on to you, right? Some people out here doing drugs, they smoking, they trying to pull you into it, right? There's all these different spirits, right? Depending on the individual that you're associated. It's just a lot of things going on. It's a lot of things going on, right? So I really want you to take that into consideration to kind of provide you guys with that visual because when you get away from all these distractions, all these people, you can have a peace of mind. Peace of mind is something that you can't put a dollar amount, right? And you don't have to be rich. You don't have to be poor, right? Just know your peace of mind lies within you, right? And that's what I'm saying when it comes to material. Different conversation for another day, but I really want us to take in consideration that your peace of mind lies with you and you got to be able to have that into consideration because, what are we doing with ourselves, right? So let's talk about some practical reframe in regards to how we're able to limit our access differently, how we're able to move a little bit more differently, right? So think of your access in levels, right? Nothing You don't gotta have that black and white thinking, that nothing or all thinking, right? There's levels to this, right? So it's okay to adjust how often, right? How deeply, or even how it feels to be able to engage with people, you know what I mean, when you're around folks, right? But protecting your time and your energy is a form of respect. You gotta be able to take in consideration, like I said, what's beneficial for you, what do you want for you, how are you gonna be able to really think clear, have peace of mind for you, right? So limiting access isn't rejection. You're not cutting people off, you know what I mean? You're not moving funny, right? This is an intentional connection with you that's gonna be able to help you to get where you need to be, right? And we got to realize too is that people, it's good to have our connections, it's good to have our limitations, but it's almost like when you go to someone's house, right? You should know when to leave, right? There's time, there's limitations, right? There's time and a place for certain things, right? So you don't always got to have people around you 24/7. And I'm keeping for the fellas too on the real, right? Shorties, I mean, comments, y'all know what's up, right? But for guys out here that's always in cliques, always in packs, shorties know that's just like what's going on right here. It's just this guy, you know what I mean? He needs all these people to have his confidence boosted, right? A man that can stand on his own, that can really walk and exude, like I said, breathe on your own, like it's a different type of energy. That's real confidence. You got to work on yourself. And that's why I'm saying when it comes to personal development, it's something that we all should take in consideration, whether you're a man, woman, you know what I mean? We got to take that in consideration. So I really want us to look at this in a way we're able to improve, right? We're able to assess the people that we're surrounding ourselves with, what's really going on, right? And like I said, this is not something that we're limiting or rejecting people, but we're having an emotional connection with ourselves that is very intentional, right? When we know better, we'll do better. So let's talk about some micro action, right? So identify one person or situation where access feels draining. Who's taking my energy? What's going on right now? You feel me? Decide one small limit, right? What can we do right here? What barrier, what boundary, what can we do right now, right? Can we have less frequent replies, right? Shorter conversations. We need more space, right? I'm gonna get back to you when I get back to you, right? Like, speak on what you gotta speak on that's gonna be beneficial for you to communicate in a respectful, effective way, right? Follow through once you're able to explain. You don't gotta over explain yourself. The more that you talk about why I'm doing what you're doing, right, it just makes you in a weaker stance. It just, you know what I mean? You don't need to be doing all that, right? Set the boundary, stand on your business, and be consistent with your word. When it comes to, you know, wrapping this video up together, right, I really want us to take into consideration that, you know, this is going to be able to show who loves you, who respects you, who's going to be able to help you get where you need to be by allowing you to, you know, put that limit down, right? It's really important that we take into consideration that we let people reveal who they are when we're able to set those boundaries, right? So you don't owe anybody, you don't owe everybody anything, right? You owe yourself that alignment, you owe yourself the love, you owe yourself the energy to get back, right? So you don't gotta have, like I said, people all in your face, right? Same thing that applies, this not just for the fellas, not just for everybody, right? Like I said, I want you to be able to get where you need to be, but it comes with inside in regards to that peace of mind, right? That clarity, that love. And I really want us to take consideration that we don't need to have all these other people around us to make us feel happy, make us feel full, right? You can do what you need to do and you can move forward, right? If you found this video beneficial, give it a thumbs up, share if possible, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay blessed.